So the reason that muscle is able to contract is because of two proteins called actin and myosin. Basically what happens is the myosin has these heads that are able to attach to the actin, and when the myosin head attaches to the actin, that initiates this cross-bridge cycle where the myosin head kind of ratchets, it bends, and it pulls the actin along so that they slide over each other. And when all of the actin and myosin in a muscle cell have slid over each other, the entire muscle cell becomes shorter. But the thing is, if myosin had its way, it would always be attached to the actin because the myosin heads are pretty much magnetically attracted to those active sites. So that's where the protein tropomyosin comes in. Tropomyosin is a regulatory protein that sort of spirals around the actin and covers the active sites to prevent myosin from binding to the active sites and causing a muscle contraction when we don't want a muscle contraction. But we still need a way for those active sites to become available, which is why we have troponin. Now, remember in biology, there's this concept where when something binds to something else, that is going to cause a shape change, and that shape change is going to cause something to happen. In this case, what happens is the electrical impulse that spreads down your muscle causes the release of calcium to the inside of the muscle. The calcium binds to the troponin, which makes the troponin change shape and move. But the troponin is attached to the tropomyosin, so when the troponin moves, the tropomyosin gets dragged along with it, revealing the active sites, which is what allows the muscle contraction to occur.